Welcome on board, everyone. Great to have you join us for a quick intro to the More Time Financial Personal Wealth Portal. Now, the best way for us to explain this is to compare the More Time Financial Portal to technology that you may already be familiar with. People have their important financial documents sitting in filing cabinets and shoe boxes and bedside drawers, and have taken the time to use technologies to organize their movies and their music, but haven't organized their money. And so what More Time Financial have done is help you effectively Spotify your financial world. So it's bringing order to what would typically be some disparate pieces of information and documentation, and bringing it into a centralized place where we're going to help you to say goodbye to your spreadsheets and your filing cabinets and your cardboard boxes filled with receipts, and get your finances sorted with the More Time Financial Portal. We do this by enabling you to consolidate all of your investments, your financial products, whether it's your bank accounts, your credit cards, your superannuation, your investment portfolios. We enable you to consolidate all of that data into one centralized place. So whether it's your car, your home and investment property, your financial accounts, all of that data will flow through to your own personal More Time Financial Portal, where you'll have one place to go, one place to visit, rather than multiple sites and portals to use and visit to get a view of your financial position. So the way the technology works in practice is that you get an initial and updated view of your car value and your property value, for example. You're able to consolidate all your bank accounts, your super funds, your credit cards, your home loans and investment property loans and so on, all into this one place, and enables you, as well as More Time Financial, your trusted advisor, to work and collaborate with real-time access to this information, and in a way that's totally transparent and useful for you and your household. Now, one of the other benefits of consolidating all of your important financial assets and products in one place, along with important documents, is that should anything unforeseen or tragic occur that would require other trusted parties to have access to this information, it's all sitting within this centralized repository, which is a real peace of mind to you and your family. Now, Ross, maybe you want to just mention briefly about, I think this is really the place where you guys start as a business working with your clients.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got a few people on board that we obviously are pretty well known with the portal. They may be using it already, but for anyone that comes on board, any new clients, we can't really do anything until we have a really clear picture of what their current financial position is right now. So for someone to get that information, if they've got multiple bank accounts, they need to check the balance of those accounts. Maybe they have a credit card or two with different banks. Them and their partner have different super funds, so we need to get the value from there. No one really knows what the value of their house is. They might do a quick search online, getting the value of their car. That's another thing that we don't really know. So by having something like this, it really gives us that place to go, okay, this is your current financial position. And once we've got that information, then we can start doing things from there. So that's where we like to start, of exactly where you are right now. But then also on an ongoing basis, that in 6 months or 12 months that we want to check back in and see how you're doing. Again, if we didn't have this information in one place, to expect someone to go and log into 5 or 6 different accounts to get that information, it's just a bit ridiculous. So having this all in one place, updated 24/7, is awesome.
Great. Thanks, Ross. Yeah, so that brings a measure of efficiency and control to the entire financial world. Now, keep in mind that all of this information will be unearthed in conjunction with More Time Financial or any other financial professional that you may be collaborating with around your financial position, which Ross and the team will be able to talk you through at the right time. In conjunction with the consolidation of all of these financial assets and products is the ability then to get a proper understanding of where your money's going, and the software will basically bring some control and automation to your financial world. So we know most people find it pretty difficult to run budgets. It's either too boring or too hard. And some people get it done really well via Excel, but then it's got to be manually updated. And so by setting up these connection points to the More Time Financial Portal, you'll auto-categorize your money flow across your financial instruments, and you'll also be able to tag and filter transactions to get a live view of where your money's going. Now, Ross, maybe you want to mention just a quick anecdote, not around money management per se, but just in terms of having access to this information. You mentioned a story with one of your clients in this space.
Yeah, I was explaining to Barry a bit earlier today about how good it is to have this information at our fingertips. So the example I gave him was, had a client selling a house this week, and they needed to know the utility costs of the property to give to the agent and give to prospective buyers. So what the rates were, what the water was, electricity costs of the house. So he obviously we could jump into the portal, and within 2 to 3 minutes, we could get that information because we had all of the expenses automatically categorized. We could just go straight to the utilities tab and run a report for the last 12 months. And within 2 minutes, we had all that information of the exact water costs, rates costs, and electricity costs for that property. So again, without having this portal or without having those expenses categorized, I guess the alternative would have been going back through his drawers, looking for the rates notice, looking for the water notice, and obviously, just spending that extra time that was not required by having all this information in one place.
Yeah, thanks, Ross. So look, the long and the short of this is that it's really trying to bring simplicity to what is typically a complex area of your financial world. We really want to encourage you to reach out to More Time Financial, if you've not started using the portal, or if this is the first time you're using it, please reach out to us after the webinar, and Ross and the team will by all means help get you guys set up and going with these things. One of the other features within the More Time Financial portal is the ability to, once you've got financial instruments flowing into your portal, there's some really cool tools to set and track goals. And I know that the More Time Financial team will be talking to you more about this down the track. But ultimately, whether it's saving up for another property, or purchasing a holiday home, or investing in a business, saving for retirement, whatever the case may be, whether it's paying down debts or clearing your mortgage quicker, you can lock those goals in a capacity where it's profiled between you and your trusted advisor, and B, it gives you a measure of accountability where More Time Financial will be able to coach you through to achieving those goals in a time frame that's reasonable, but in the context of a trusted accountability and advice relationship. So really good to unearth these goals, document them, and then help you achieve these financial goals over time. Ross, did you want to
on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, just on that, I think as well that the benefit of having that is because the data is live, so your bank accounts, your credit card, your mortgage is all feeding through and updating daily. We can get a up-to-date picture of where we're tracking on those goals. So it's not so much sitting down in 6 months' time and saying, okay, well, what is your mortgage balance now? Going back, having to try and find that information. We can just jump in here straight away, or jump on your phone and see, are we on track to paying down the mortgage? Are we on track to building superannuation, or whatever that goal is in real time?
Great. Well, speaking of the mobile phone, so it is a multi-platform solution. So whether you're sitting on your iPad or your mobile device at night watching boring television shows, you can take a quick gander at what's going on with your financial world. We found with the technology solution that a lot of the engagement happens on Friday nights and Sunday nights when people are having a glass of wine, watching telly, or bored with what's on telly, or an advert comes up and it gets you thinking about your financial world or finances and things that you want to attend to, but you never get around to it. Well, you could jump onto your device and reach out to the More Time team, and they'll be able to then address those particular concerns that you have, literally by you clicking a few buttons, and at least get the process underway. I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but the ability to easily store important documents, again, from a peace of mind perspective, having your estate plan, financial plan, your wills, all of that stuff stored within the portal, along with insurance policies, whether it's your general insurance, house insurance, contents insurance, your life insurance, income protection, all those kinds of policy documents can be stored within the portal and then updated on an annual basis in conjunction with your relationship with More Time Financial. If you're also a property investor, you can have rental statements stored so that come tax time, all of the stuff is there, and you can unearth it, whether you're using More Time to help you consolidate that, or your tax accountant. You can have all this data already sitting there at yours and their fingertips. So it makes it a lot easier to find and manage rather than, as Ross said earlier, and we said earlier, digging through your bedside drawer to find these papers that you knew you put there at one point in time. I know that More Time Financial if you are already a user of the More Time Financial client portfolio, no more need to print, sign, scan, and return documents. More Time Financial will be sending out documents to you in due course to sign at appropriate times that are important for you to action immediately. And again, it's literally you switch it on, get your mobile phone, follow the prompts to get a document signed, and it's as easy as getting it signed on your touchscreen mobile device or your laptop computer. So that is another way that the More Time Financial portal will bring some simplicity around document signing and document management. There is a lot more, but just to quickly sort of tack on this, any person that's involved in your financial or household finances, you're able to invite them into the portal. So whether it's other professionals that you would like to introduce to the More Time Financial team, you can do that by simply adding them to your More Time Financial portal. And again, having all your financial professionals collaborating around you as the client, as the center of that interaction, is quite important. And More Time Financial makes that possible through the portal. I am going to just end off with some questions around security, because that often happens. So if you're sharing financial information across your bank accounts, your credit cards, and so on, how secure is it? Well, there's some more information that will be available on the More Time Financial portal itself, but suffice to say that the portal uses bank level security. So it's exactly the same encryption standards that your online internet banking uses. Importantly, your money's untouchable. So all you're doing is you're sharing data from your particular financial products to More Time Financial. So there's no ability to transact or move money around through the portal. It's really just a place where you're unearthing the data and making that available so that the right advice at the right time can be given in that particular journey. And then also, if you're doubly concerned about security, you are able to set up multi-factor authentication. So if you happen to compromise your username and password to the portal, people can't access it unless they've got the unique 6-digit code, which refreshes every 30 seconds using an authentication app. So there's a couple of levels of security there. So we just wanted to keep your peace of mind there that this is a extremely secure portal. The next steps will be after today's webinar. We will be sending you an email to activate your account if you haven't yet done so. We'd encourage you to follow the prompts to download the mobile app. Ross, did you want to just add anything to what I've said?
Yeah, I think it's just to obviously, summarize exactly what you've said. It's just having everything all in one place and just nice and simple, easy to manage. We know that obviously money can cause a lot of stress around, obviously this time of year is probably pretty prompt that we're doing this around tax time. Your accountant's going to be asking you for information. They're going to be asking you for all those expenses that you had throughout the year, whether those are claimable or not claimable. So having something like this just really allows us to search quickly through your transaction history over the last financial year. We can, as you said, tax tag things that what's deductible and not deductible. And we can print out a report really nice and quickly to give to your accountant, along with any rental statements or any other deductions come tax time, to make that really nice and simple.
Yeah, great. If you haven't yet activated your More Time Financial portal, Ross and the team will be shooting through an invitation for you to do so in the not too distant future. So thanks again, Ross, for organizing this and for having me come today. And thanks everyone for listening.
Thanks, Barry. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.